Hello and welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons, the drawing show where I'm always drawing something. It doesn't matter what it is. Could be a snake, or I can't think of anything else. It's probably usually a snake, but sometimes it might be something different. Anyway, welcome guys to my YouTube video. I kind of want to do a series where I just draw something at least once a week per viewer suggestion or per me suggestion, but I want to do something a little more consistent. So expect at least one video a week from me, and I need you to hold me to that. So please, if I haven't made a video yet, please message me. Please call me on my phone, but only if you have my number. Please don't look for it. Anyway, today, as a kind of soft reset for this format of video, I am gonna draw me meeting my favorite celebrity. Now, my favorite celebrity is someone who means a lot to me. He's been in and out of my life for many years, through the movies, through the video games, through personal experience with being his friend. So I am going to draw a little bit of an outline for this drawing, and then once we come back, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of drawing this piece of artwork, piece of pie. We're making a piece of pie. Okay, and we're back. So I'm the guy on the right who's kind of waving his hands, kind of giving like, what the heck? And then my favorite celebrity is the guy on the left who has his hands on his hips with a very good attitude. So let's go ahead and start outlining this drawing. Alright, I'm kind of giving crazy eyes here, and that's because let's just say this celebrity does not bring out the best in me. You know, those kind of friends who kind of like, you don't super love how you are around them, but you still hang out with them because you love them, you know? That's kind of how I am around this guy. I love him so much and I'm always so happy to see him, but he does bring out a crazy side to me, you know? I think someday we may learn that this celebrity maybe causes me to go really insane. You might be hearing about this video may be referenced in one of those podcasts where they talk about people who kind of do something crazy. So just if you're using this clip, keep the clip going until I do. Keep the clip going because I'm gonna make a funny noise. Keep the clip going. Keep it going. I'm gonna do a funny noise. Okay. Okay. If anybody needs any noises, feel free to use mine. They are royalty free. I'm trying to figure out if I want to be talking this whole time or if I'm gonna be cutting things. I don't know. You guys are gonna be the bearer of bad or good news or medium news. What happened to the bear who had medium news? Does anybody even care about that guy? Perhaps next video we should draw the bear who brings medium news. Are those bears related to Goldilocks and her three bears? I feel like I should bend my knees a little bit. I feel like when you're freaking out, you kind of bend your knees. Yeah, I like this. This is kind of giving this is kind of giving like crazy. So it's time to kind of get my favorite celebrity in here. At this point, you're going to be guessing very soon who this is. Pretty much any of his physical characteristics, I think, will be very obvious who he is. But I'll try and put them least obvious first. Does that make sense? Hello, is anybody there? Hello? Answer the phone! I want to talk! Me to all my friends. Here we go. You're going to get it in a second. If you don't have it yet, then you may be 90 years old. He never looks quite right when I draw him, but that's because I don't always use reference. But this is kind of what he looks like. Let's just get down to it. And let's be honest with ourselves. This is Mario from Mario. Now let me address the haters. Yes, Mario is my favorite celebrity. Yes. And yes. I know who he is, and I know he's from video games. But look, it's so easy to think that people from video games don't exist. But why don't you expand? Expand your mindset. You need to believe in video games. Because have you ever heard this? I try and tell people this. Have you ever heard this? Life affects art, and art affects life. So who's to say Mario didn't just become? Just don't ruin my dreams. Me to my mom when she tries to tell me he's not real. Oh my gosh. So you know there's kind of like there's kind of like Santa and there's kind of like the Tooth Fairy. And those are the 2 points in your life when your mom has to tell you that somebody is not real. But I think there should kind of be a third pillar to that. And I think Mario should be that third pillar. He looks so no nonsense. Mario is so no nonsense. He wants nothing to do with me. Well, guys, honestly, let me know what you think of this video format in the comments. I have streamed a lot on Twitch in the past, and I'm going to continue doing that. But I kind of wanted to show where I could, like, I don't know, do it on my own time and be able to kind of edit around things. Yeah, so let me know what you think of this. I have a lot more plans of stuff I want to do. And, okay. So let's have Mario look at me direct. He's kind of looking past me right now. I actually kind of like this. Mario wants nothing to do with me. So you guys you don't want to meet your heroes. Does anybody have any stories where you met your heroes and it wasn't good? But also, does anybody have any stories where you did meet your heroes and it was good? I need someone to make a pie chart about that. Like, how often do people meet their heroes and it is good versus isn't? That'd be an interesting graph. If you're a graph guy at home, graph guys, rise up. Show me what you're made of, because I'm super interested in that graph. And I don't say that often. Okay. You know what this reminds me of? If I'm watching this anime called ReZero right now. Has anybody seen ReZero? This is kind of giving, like, in ReZero, the whole thing is that Subaru, the main character, he dies and comes back to life. But he always experiences really, like, intense suffering before, like, his friends die all around him and stuff like that. But then he comes back to life and he remembers everything. And so this image right now is kind of giving, like, Mario just died. This image right now is kind of giving like I am Subaru in this situation, and I just experienced really, like, Mario have a really intense death scene, and now I just restarted and I'm back with Mario, and I'm, like, insanely, like, so glad he's okay, I guess. Okay, anyway. Okay, so let's I think that's insane. Okay, so let me color this image. Let me get my wits about me, because I'm kind of I'm tickling myself. Not physically, I'm not physically, because you can't physically tickle yourself. So let me what do they say in Fire Emblem? They say, let me steal my resolve. Real quick, give me a second to steal my resolve, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I stealed my resolve, and now we are going to color this image. How long do you think it takes Mario to get dressed in the morning? Ballpark. Like, ballpark. My guess is, I mean, he's got overalls, which probably take a little bit. They probably take a bit of work. They probably take a bit of finagling. I say ballpark, it probably takes Mario like 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the dot to get dressed. Is that too... How long do you guys normally take to get dressed? Just typically. Should I time myself getting dressed? Should I time... I can't go on camera and time myself getting dressed, but... I'm just gonna do it real quick and time myself. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I just timed myself and it took me a whopping 18 seconds. And so there's a lot of, okay, so I timed myself as if so here's the scenario I timed myself under. I timed it as if I was laying in bed. I laid in bed with all my clothes off, except my underwear, and I assumed that I had all my clothes that I wanted to wear laid out already. So this doesn't include like finding the clothes you want to wear. That's a whole separate thing. But if you have all your clothes laid out and you get right up from bed and just put them on, like 20 seconds average. But I do just have a shirt and pants on. So if you have anything else going on, if you have, I mean, like dresses and stuff like that, I think are going to take a lot longer. But classic shirt and pants, an overshirt wouldn't have taken much longer. I say 30 seconds average easy for most outfits. That's just my findings. So anyway, let's continue to color Mario. How many different colors do you think someone sees on a daily basis? And I mean, if we're talking like literal hex codes, it's gonna be a million. But let's say like do you think there's ever a day, like surely there must be a day where you don't see purple, right? I mean, especially if you don't even go outside, if there's nothing purple in your house, like you're not gonna see purple. I think we need to myth bust this. I think the Mythbusters need to do something like this. Okay, Mythbusters, listen closely. This is my myth. You do not see every main color in the color wheel every day. So that's Roy G. Biv. You do not see Roy G. Biv every day. Alright, Mythbusters, go! This Mario looks like he could be a kind of a faux Mario. Kind of a faux pas. Kind of a faux pas. Do you think you could call a stepdad a faux pas? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Can I get Comedy Central on that? Can I get Comedy Central? Comedy Central, can I get a show for that joke, please? Does that joke even make sense? I don't know. In my mind it does, but it may actually not make any sense logistically. But either way, Comedy Central, please. Let me meet the Impractical Jokers at least. I don't know if the Impractical Jokers are even on Comedy Central anymore. I think they moved platforms. So, but I'm sure Comedy Central still has kind of like a connection with them. I'm sure if Mr. Comedy Central called Sal Volcano late at night, he might get an answer. And isn't that all you could ever ask for? Just an answer. Doesn't need to be a good answer. And I think schools should take what I just said to heart. I think if your students are answering the test with any answer, just give them 100, man. Just give them 100. If any teachers are listening to this and or grading their students' homework, just give them 100. Just this once. Just give them 100, please. I think they really need it. It's been tough at school lately, and also they didn't have the same lunch period as their friends, and that sucks. And now they have to wait till next year to be in lunch at the same time as their friends. But they have some of their friends are in the same lunch period, but they don't have their whole friend group there, which kind of really divided them, you know? And now whenever they hang out, they have to talk about the same thing twice sometimes because they have to update their friends who weren't in the same lunch, you know? So really, you can avoid all of that by just giving your student $100. That's what I meant. I didn't mean 100 on the test. I just meant give them $100. They need that new game. As far as I'm concerned, this is Mario. So now let's draw me. Okay, I look downright freaked. I'm on my freak right now, no doubt. Let's give me them pearly whites. Pearly whites. I'm trying to think of a celebrity I've met, other than Mario, who has made me react this way. That has made me react as if I am Subaru and I just died and I came back to life and I'm mourning my friend's death, but they're actually alive. and then let me think. Herm, has any other celebrity made me feel that way? I think I haven't actually had that many celebrity sightings, you know? To be honest, I moved to New York 2 years ago, about 2 years ago exactly, and I've seen like 2 celebrities. I think genuinely 2 celebrities, which is kind of crazy, but I don't think I'm in the right places to see celebrities, to be honest. But I had a friend who saw MatPat at one point. I don't know if you would consider MatPat a celebrity, but I do think that is cool, and I think he deserves celebrity status. But also, I was talking to someone about MatPat the other day, or I was trying to. I'm always trying to, and they had no idea who that was. I was sitting there spouting nonsense, like, you know MatPat. And then I was like, and then they said no, and I was like, okay, you have to know game theory. But they just shook their head, and then I didn't talk to them for the rest of the night. I had nothing else to say. And also relating to that, I was trying to tell some coworkers the other day about the people on TikTok, the Costco guys. And if you watch TikTok at all, you have to know who these guys are, I think. But anyway, they're guys who go to Costco. It's a dad and a son, and they go to Costco. And that's kind of the whole thing. And the dad eats the double chunk chocolate chip cookie, and the boy he eats the chicken bake from Costco. I probably don't need to just be talking about the Costco guys, explaining Costco guys like I'm 5. But anyway, I was trying to talk to someone about them the other day, and I know I seemed like the most insane person ever. Like, I was sitting there doing the same thing I just did, trying to be like, so they're like guys who go to Costco, and it's a father and son, and one of them eats the chicken bag, and one of them eats the double chunk chocolate chip cookie. And all I got were head shakes. And not the good kind. They were the kind that meant no. Why don't I add some, like, action lines? Like, this is a big moment. This is an end of chapter reveal, methinks. I have never really known how to properly do action lines. Like, they still kind of confuse me. But we're kind of just gonna do them all around the screen, I think. Now, this is a good cliffhanger. What will happen next between me and Mario? Find out next episode on the time I met Mario. Kind of looks like we're in a room of spikes. Okay, guys, new context just dropped. Me and Mario are in one of those spike rooms where it closes in on you. And I'm really worried, and I'm trying to put some sense into Mario, but he doesn't even care, cause he already figured out the puzzle. So yeah, that's pretty much the drawing. I'll maybe add in some little extra things, some shading and stuff in post. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this. It was kind of off the cuff, but that's kind of how I like to do things. If you enjoyed this, feel free to follow my Twitch, where I sometimes draw live. Feel free to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, where I make different kinds of videos and stuff, all related to art. And if you like this and want to see some more, feel free to give me some suggestions, or feel free to just say whatever you want in the comments, as long as it's nice and you say /positive at the end. Okay, well, I'll be back soon with another video, and yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.